On 1st and 10, Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. And he will not. Down. Steve McClendon. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Carr going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 92 yards, and the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure that they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit.
And the pressure gets to him again.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Rashard, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On first down, Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
This is Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. Offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did, but let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to, instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is fielded at the 27. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and and open up a crease. And
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 2nd and 12. Carr, this complete to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr. It's caught. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 50 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he cuts it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
A 23-yard run as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This one taken from the 7. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Steve McClendon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good, and it's fielded at the 34. So we've reached halftime here. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. There defensively was Matthias Farley to knock it away.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Simeon. On the catch, it's Crowder. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Simeon incomplete on 1st. Here's 2nd and 10 now. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. They'll go again with Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now Simeon, and this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 38. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it with Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
You got him.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd down now. It's Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the track.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Raider offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. Had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the draw, Richard. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. 62 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Order of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw his call. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Carr completes it, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You ain't going nowhere.
Carr to throw again. It's caught by Crowell. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it's Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Oakland,
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with
scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Hotel, get a bird bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay, I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put